Trapper Don CT Outdoor Show. I'm going to do a quick video of how to dye jute string and burlap for my ghillie suit that I'm going to be using for duck hunting and some deer hunting this year. Here's my ghillie hood I made last year. Here's some of the jute string and the burlap that I dyed green this week. It's a little dark, but as you can see, these were green. See the green mixed in? And then I let it weather. There's a couple new pieces I have to fill in back here, the ghillie hood. But I wanted all this color, and then when I want to go with different colors of the woods I'm hunting, I'm gonna do a little bit of maybe black and gray. I've actually talked to two people who have made ghillie suits, two different friends of mine, and it's coincidence they don't know each other, but they actually both served in the 75th Rangers, and two different times I had talked to them separately, and they both mentioned gray on the ghillie suit. Not a lot, but gray is actually a good woodland camo. So I'll be hitting that up. I'll show you the hood in a minute. I'm making a three-piece. The hood, this is for the cape, and I'm going to get a pair of BDUs and do the pants. I'm going to use it for gun hunting and crossbow hunting because I'm making the full suit, so it's going to be very hard to bow hunt with a full suit on. But anyway, a quick video of how to dye them. I'm going to do the brown today. Pretty much just a RIT dye, liquid fabric dye. Talking to one of my friends, and he had made a ghillie suit. He was in the Rangers in the early 90s, and I called him and talked to him, and he was telling me various things, and I says, didn't you guys use RIT dye? And he said, no, what's that? And I said, it's fabric dye. And he said, send me a picture of it. So I sent him a picture of it, and he's like, no, we didn't have that stuff when we made our ghillie suit. So, yeah, whether the military uses it or not, I don't know, but this is the way I learned. And as you can see, this is the green. Dyed the fabric perfect, nice and dark. I can always fade it in the weather, okay? So what I'll do is, when I want to dye strands of jute string and burlap, I get a can, I shake the heck out of this, and I just pour in about half of it. Okay, eyeball it. A little bit more. Okay, you do green, black, and brown. I'm doing the green, or excuse me, the brown right now. Okay, and I should have got something to stir this with because you don't want to use your hands because it'll get all over your hands. So what you can do is use your jute string and mix that with the lukewarm water very well. See, it's already taken on the brown color. Okay, it's pretty simple. Okay, just put your jute string in. This is all I do. Put it right in there. I've seen some guys use Tupperware and it lays out flat, but then you could, I think you need more water. I always just did these, and I just stuffed the pieces in there. Okay, just stuff your jute string and your burlap in there. It'll wash off, the dye washes off, and you just sink it in there and mush it around a little. Like I said, I should have got something to stir this with, but you can see how the fabric of the burlap is already taken on the brown. And what'll happen is, in a container like this, when you put the dye in there and you put the cover on and let it sit, I let it sit up to 3 days. The jute string and the burlap will literally suck the dye out of the water. So in 3 days, when I pull this out, that water, it won't be crystal clear, but you will be able to tell that the fabric has literally sucked the dye out of the water. And you just empty the water out and start with a new color. Whatever's left in there, you could put the cover on and keep that color, but you would need more stuff. Okay, and I just want to show you my hood that I made last year. Simple baseball cap. And what I did was I used shoe goo. See, I got to fill in more of the netting here. And I just put spots of shoe goo and compress the net into there. Okay, here, let's take this off. Let's see if we can picture of this. Now this is just the hood, okay, that I'm going to be using for gun hunting, duck in the duck blind, and deer hunting. Now, of course, in Connecticut you need orange, so I will have the orange on, my orange vest, but I'm making the cape and I'll make the pants. Let me tell you something. After I roll this around in the leaves and get leaves stuck in here and stuff like that, I'm going to be sitting on the ground and there ain't no deer going to see me. So it's going to be pretty badass. It's just a homemade ghillie suit. A couple warnings with the ghillie suit. Very flammable. Yes, I'm a smoker. I am not going to smoke with this thing on. You know, with the hood, it may have weathered a little much as for the colors coming out. I used black, brown, and green. But talking to my two buddies who were in the military and made them, spray paint, gray, black, brown, and green, to touch up the ghillie suit to match your surrounding areas, along with sticks, leaves, and you know, anything you could stick in there. But you don't want to overdo that. But just a quick way of showing you how to dye the jute string and the burlap. Just making a video. Thanks for tuning in. Trapper Don, CT Outdoor Show. Bye now.